I hear from a lot of people that want to leave the city right now. But unfortunately, most of them do not really understand the kind of life they're walking into. They're not moving towards something easier. They're trading for one type of life for something completely different. In the city, you get convenience. Out here, everything depends on you. And if you don't understand that trade, I'll tell you right now, this life will wear you out. Today, I want to walk you through what you actually gain and what you give up living like this. In the city, almost everything is handled for you. Food shows up at the store. Power's there when you flip a switch. If anything breaks, well, you call someone. Out here, you start taking that back. You grow some of your own food. You fix what breaks. You plan ahead, because if you don't, it catches up with you real quick. Now, is that better? Not always. But it is different. Because instead of depending on systems you don't control, you start building systems of your own. And that matters when something goes wrong. When everything's working, the city is way easier. But when it's not, this life starts to make a whole lot more sense. Food is one of the biggest reasons people want to live like this. They want better food, they want cleaner food, and they especially want food they can trust. And you can absolutely have that. But what most people don't see is the effort behind it. That food doesn't come from a shelf, it comes from time, it comes from planning, and sometimes it comes from failure. A bad season, bad weather, pests, mistakes. Look, it all happens. And when it does, you don't just go grab more off the shelf. You feel it. Eggs are a good example. One problem in the system, and they're suddenly expensive or even hard to find. You don't think about things like that when everything's all stocked up, but when it's not, it gets your attention real fast. And that's one of the reasons people start thinking about this life, well, a little differently. A lot of people believe this life is going to save them a bunch of money. And especially in the beginning, well, that's where people are going to get it wrong. In the city, you're paying for convenience. Out here, you're paying for everything that convenience replaced. But here's the difference. You're not just paying bills, you're building systems. It's not cheaper necessarily, but for a lot of people, it sure feels like a better trade. Fencing, feed, repairs, equipment, and time. It doesn't stop. Something always needs fixing. Something always needs replaced. But here's the difference. Some of what you actually spend gives something back. Food on the table, heat in your house, or skills you can rely on. You're still going to work hard, sometimes harder than you do now. Animals don't care if you're tired. Gardens don't wait until it's convenient. And things break, well, when they feel like breaking. But here's the difference. In the city, it's easy to stay busy all day and still feel like you hadn't really accomplished anything. On the farm, that's a little harder to do, because at the end of the day, there's something in front of you that wasn't there before. You've fixed something, you've grown something. You kept something alive that depends on you. Your time turns into something real. And that changes how work feels. Still hard, but it doesn't feel wasted. I had one of the older grandchildren out here the other day helping, that they frequently do, by the way. And as we were discussing different things, just out of nowhere, they said they wanted their children to grow up just like they did, basically in this lifestyle, maybe even here at the farm. And that's really stuck with me, because when it's all said and done, that's truly what this is all about. Out here, when something breaks, you are the plan. In the city, if something goes wrong, you pick up the phone. And that confidence, well, is hard to put a price on. But when it comes to the cost of comfort, there is no easy button. And for some people, that's exactly why they leave. And that's the part a lot of people aren't ready for. You figure it out, or guess what? It doesn't get fixed. But over time, something changes. You stop wondering if you can handle things, because you already have. This is not an escape plan. And if you come into it thinking it's going to be easier, man, are you going to be sadly disappointed. Because out here, there is no backup plan. If something needs to be done, guess what? You're the one who gets to do it. But if you understand the trade, that you're giving up convenience for control, comfort for capability, and ease for responsibility, then this life, well, makes a lot more sense. Not because it's easier, but it's because it's yours. And for a lot of people, it's worth it. It's certainly not a way to avoid work. It's not a way to avoid problems. It's a completely different set of problems. But even small steps, a garden, learning how to grow food, becoming a little less dependent, that starts to shift a lot of things. Because at the end of the day, this really isn't about land. It's about how much of your life you actually control. From all of us here at Possum Ridge Farms, until next time, I'll see you down at the barn.